new camera. Checking out the new camera. Morning, everybody. Cold start on the Foxbody. I did just run through the valves, but I haven't started it in a couple weeks, so since we are on vacation and everything. So anyway, here's where we're at. Yeah, cold start. Had to bump the idle adjustment up just a little bit when it's cold. Anyway, pretty quiet for a solid lifter cam, or solid lifters on a hydraulic roller. So, just letting it idle for a few minutes, get the oil pumped through it and everything. It's been sitting for a couple of weeks. Been working on these Pro Max heads, getting these ready. Kind of went through with some sandpaper and tried to clean up the ports. So I got these all cleaned up here. Took some sandpaper, 800 grit to clean up the decks, get those ready. Yeah, just ran them through the parts washer. Did some work on the drain backs on both heads there. So just trying to figure out what springs I want to run on these. So yeah, I just got finished with them in the parts washer this morning and lapped in the valves and everything. So those will be pretty much ready to roll. I think they'll work fine for what we're trying to do. Everything else is still at the machine shop. So everything's getting balanced. One of the pistons, some of the rings, everything. So once that gets back, we'll move forward with the stroker block here, the 289 block. I showed you here. Yeah, did a little work on the drain backs here and everything. So this should be ready to go. So let me shut this off and I'll finish up here real quick. Just wanted to, you know, get the oil flowing through everything. But like I said, everything's at the machine shop for balancing. And then I'm going to probably take the block in and have him look over this machine work that was already done. Make sure the hone is good. And if it was honed with a deck plate, you know, a torque plate and all that kind of stuff, he'll check all that, make sure the pistons fit perfectly. So we won't have the little bit of piston slap like we have with this engine. So that's really the main reason I'm kind of building this. For one is, well, I came across a good deal on that block and I like having a backup, but then we can pull this one out, and I want to pull the pistons out and take them up to line coating and have them coated. So we won't have the piston slap when we put this back together. So that's kind of the idea. Have something we can run while this one will be out. Line to line is about an hour and a half or 2 hours away up in Nevada, so I can run those up there and drop them off. Maybe we can do a little video tour or whatever. But anyway, that's kind of the plan with this 333 high compression, and we'll probably try E85 on that, or an E85 blend, see what it'll do. And then that'll give us time to, you know, we won't be in a rush to do anything with this. But next race is coming up in September. So we weren't able to make it to the August race. It was just too hot here, and I had some issues with the tow vehicle, my truck. I went to change the oil on that, and it looked like there were some bearing particles in the oil. The truck's very high mileage, so I don't know how long that's been there. The guy that had it before me had a lot of paperwork on it, so basically I want to drive the truck around a little bit before I run it down all the way, you know, 3.5 hours away to go to a track. So that's kind of the idea there. But I did change the oil. It did quiet down, and the truck seems to be running fine. So I just want to drive it around town a little bit and make sure I'm confident with taking it on the road. But that was part of the reason. The other reason was it was just so hot that day, and also that week I had some dental work, so I was took me a while to get feeling better. And then next thing you know, it was Friday and we had to go racing Saturday, so just kind of ran out of time, and things like that. Plus it was so hot, it wasn't going to cool down till after 8 o'clock at night. So I just didn't feel like spending like $200 total for the day to go down and make a few passes and then have to drive home super late at night. So figured I would just wait and work on some other projects around here. I do got some front struts I'm going to put on the truck. I did replace the back shocks and the leaf springs, but now towing, the front seems like it's got a little bounce to it, and they look like they're original. So I'm going to put those in probably this weekend, and then obviously drive it around and see how it does. So that's kind of the update, guys. The 349's ready to go. We're on track with the 333 high compression, waiting for the machine shop to balance the rotating assembly. And then I'll take the block in and have the pistons fitted, see if we got to touch up the hone or anything like that, knock in the cam bearings, that kind of stuff. Otherwise, that's where we're at, guys. So hope everybody's doing well. And there's the update for the 86 Foxbody. We should be racing in September. All right, thanks, guys.